Yeah.
Back to my channel. So for today we are doing an unboxing and review of two things. First is our OXVA Origin X limited edition kit and our OXVA Origin regular kit. So first let's distinguish the difference between the limited edition and the regular kit. So first I would want to thank Sir Justin Lai and Sir Nicanor Santos for giving me the chance to do a review for these lovely pods, because I have been a fan of OXVA since OXVA X, because it was the very first one that I got. It is our OXVA X, this coffee gold thingy with the internal battery. This is my very first OXVA unit, and then I got my Origin limited edition, two of them, so it's really great. So I am looking forward to using the OXVA Origin X, especially if I personally received a box of the limited edition. However, this is in mind, this is just used for our review purposes. So let's take a look of what's inside our OXVA Origin X limited edition. Take a look at it right now, and before I introduce this to you guys, please make sure to follow OXVA Philippines and OXVA Official for the most recent update for the OXVA units, especially if it is discussing the perks and features of the OXVA units. Same goes for the features and availability for the OXVA Origin X, OXVA Origin Limited Edition, and the X. So let's take a look at this. This is our OXVA Origin X Limited Edition box, and this actually comes in a plastic seal, okay? But this isn't mine, so this is already open. So how it looks like outside is with a huge X in front. Down the bottom you can see Origin X Limited Edition, and on this side you can see OXVA Origin X. Down the bottom, nothing. Here OXVA Origin X again, and nothing on top. So on the back it usually has like text on the back of it, but something like this. But it doesn't come with text, so it's actually plain on the back. And let's take a look of how it looks like inside. So here. Ta-da! Okay, so it's quite huge, to be honest with you. This is a really great deal if you get a box of this. And on the sides there are actually texts there. So let's just read it out. So on this side it says their website, OXVA, www.oxva.com, OXVA Origin X, Vaping Reimagined, okay? And on this side though, there's pretty much a lot of text. It says the OXVA Origin X is powered by 8650, featuring an innovative L-shaped RBA tank to achieve wicking in perfection and supports dual coil builds. Okay, this text right here is pretty much the same as the text up here. So I won't read that anymore since it's a brief summary of what OXVA Origin X is. And let's take a look at the lovely box of our limited edition. So it comes with a cover. It's a hard plastic cover with OXVA written there. So let's take a look and let's remove that. Okay, so getting rid of this, we can see this. It's like a brochure for our OXVA Origin X. And on the back, it just says the features of the dual coil RBA tank and the explanation of unicoil system, what types of unicoil system in the RBA are included in the pack. And it also has a 510 connector if you have a spare atomizer that you would want to use to partner with your OXVA Origin X. So plainly, this is one of the most complete kit that you would ever want for your Podmon. So let's take a look of the rest. So opening it up, it has another paper right here. So your Origin X, and on the back, this is the Origin X DC RBA tank instruction. So this is your instruction for your RDTA. So I'll leave that there for now. And this is how it looks. Okay. If you can't see well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So we have 4 OCCs with different resistance and an RBA right here. So you have our 0.2 ohms, 0.3, 0.5, and 1.0. So we also have an airflow ring up here that you can use for the rest of these. And we also have the unit itself, it's right here. This is the black carbon fiber color or variant of OXVA Origin X. So it has a pretty elegant design for the black carbon fiber. So if you guys want your pod really simple but elegant, this is the color for you. And we also have a lot of features right here. We also have the RBA tank cap. So this is the cap for it. And we also have the rest of the RBA or the RDTA tank. So if you guys haven't tried this is actually an L-shaped design as well. I'll show you that later on, but this comes in 2. So I just close that up. And if you can see, I'll just show you real quick how the cap airflow is very accessible and very smooth to use. So if you can see it, it's easily twisted, and you don't necessarily need to twist the whole thing, just this part right here. Just this lining. There. So you can have 6 airflows open, so 3 on each side, or you can have it tweak to how much airflow you would prefer. So I'll just stick it up to that. I'll leave it up to that. And then we also have this Origin X pod. This is what we usually use for our OXVA Origin X. So if you guys are into using your OCCs, that's the time that you will be using this. So this is currently empty because all of the other OCCs are currently intact within the box, but it also has a magnetic feature. So when you put it in, it has a very powerful magnet in which you can push this and pull it here at the same time, and you get to have your pod back. So you can switch your OCCs from time to time, but I really don't change my OCCs that often. An OCC for me lasts for over 2 months, and I have been using Freebase with a 60-40 or 70-30 ratio, or SaltNix that has a 50-50 ratio. So having that said, I still have my OCCs in tank, and they have been lasting for a long time. So this is something that I guarantee. And another thing, you guys, I have tested the Origin and the X version, and both of them didn't really leak at all. I did not have any problem with leak. So this is something that we are expecting as well for our OXVA Origin X. We'll just show you how powerful that magnet is. See, it's so effortless to use, and you can easily take it out because it has a push right here and a pull right here. So it's easy for you to access that. Another thing that I would want to mention is how you fill your tank. So for example, we have an OCC right here. This little thingy right here, you just pull it out, and that's where you put your juice. And this is a rubber cover, so especially if you are filling your OCCs or your pods, if you have a rubber stopper for your filling of your tank, then that's pretty good because it won't leak. However, there are also some pods that also leak because of miscalculation of the user. For example, they put too much juice if they haven't put their OCC correctly. So that's usually the case for leaking, especially for OXVA, because there is no way of leaking. However, of course, there are some condensation sometime after use. Maybe give it maybe 4 or 5 days. Of course, you will see condensation on the bottom of it, but right now we don't see any. And this is just not mine. So another thing that I would want to mention is that in this box we have one more thing, which is our Origin X 510 thread adapter. So this is how it looks. So for you guys who don't really want to use the OCCs anymore, or if you guys want to use your own atomizers from time to time, you can use this 510 adapter. You can just attach it to your OXVA Origin X. Same goes with the magnet, very powerful. And then you just attach your preferred atomizer. Let's say I'll just put mine. This is a Goon 22mm and this is an RDA. So I'll just put it in. And you have yourself a pod mod. You can use your atomizers right here, but again guys, since this is a pod, I would highly suggest you to use a very stable or safe build, in which I would say over 0.15 and higher for the build, because of course if we are using a pod, it would heat up too much if you have low ohms or if you have sub ohms, and that's what we want to prevent from happening. So we want to protect our pod, especially if it is a limited edition, guys. Yay, and so I'll be taking this out first. Okay, you just push it out. See? You just push it out and you get it out. And then let's put it back. See? And then down the bottommost part of the box, you can see two things. One is this box and one is the RBA. I won't take out the RBA anymore because it would be the same as the RBA that we have for your Unicoil OXVA units. So this is the other box, or which is called the accessories bag. So this is how it looks. It's pretty straightforward, doesn't have much printed or written over here. So let's open it up and let's see what the rest is in here. So aside from all of these that I have mentioned, there are a lot of things inside too. For example, these tools. So we have the tools, some oars and screws, and this is for our RDTA tank. And we also have this bag. This bag is for our spare builds or our pre-made coils, which is N9AT. And this is a reading of 0.35 ohms each. So there are two coils right there, and also some aglet with a cotton. So I can use that later on. Another bag is this. This is actually for building, so just pretty much tools for building. And we also have the USB Type-C port. So if you have checked the Origin before, it actually has a micro USB port, but that's the difference with our OXVA Origin X. Our OXVA Origin X no longer has the port in front, however it's already down the bottom. So it's right here, and this is our Type-C port, and that's exactly what we have for our USB port. The rest of the box are, so this is another paper for your RDTA instruction and our manual. So I'll show you guys how big the manual is, just to give you a quick heads up of how it looks. This is how big it is, okay? Showing you. It looks like a map. Yeah, it's pretty big, but honestly, you don't need to read everything that's right here. You just need to be familiarized with the things that you would read, especially if it is in your language. So, nothing much to read about here. So if you guys are very new to using pods or especially OXVA units, you can use this as your guide on how to use it. Just put this back. And guys, just a quick heads up, our OXVA Origin X unit requires an 18650 battery. So along this kit, even if it has been so complete, it doesn't have the battery inside. So you would need to buy or purchase your separate battery for your own usage. So just putting that back, I'll show you where we put the battery. So this is our OXVA Origin X unit, and where we put the battery is pretty much the same as the Origin. So you just take this out, this is a magnetized, and this is where we put the battery. This is a negative, positive side, and we also have like this thing right here, so it's easier for us to remove the battery and put the battery inside. And it also has a magnet, so when we close it, it just snaps. There. And another good thing that I have noticed with the OXVA Origin X compared to our Origin is their size. So if you can see, this is our OXVA Origin Limited Edition Peacock, and this is our OXVA Origin X. So if you can see, the size is actually a bit wider for our OXVA Origin X. Same goes to our bottom part. If you can see the size difference, our OXVA Origin X is a lot bigger than our Origin. So I'll be putting our X as well, side by side, along with our Origin X, and this is how it looks. This is how big it is compared to our OXVA X, and there you go. So this is pretty much everything inside our limited edition box for OXVA Origin X. So if you guys have seen promotions for this, it's pretty much really limited edition, because here in the Philippines it would be it's like 2 hands full of people who would own an OXVA Origin X limited edition. And that concludes our today's video. Thank you so much guys for staying and watching. I know this is a long video and this is something new to me, but I'm really happy that you stayed and watched the entire video. Thank you so much guys for watching, and if you like this video, click like, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you guys will be updated with the most recent uploads. And again guys, I'll see you real soon. Vape safe and vape responsibly. Bye!